He was born on December 5, 1901, in Chicago. In 1878, his father, Elias, had moved from Huron County to the United States, at first seeking gold in California before finally settling down on the farm with his parents. Elias worked for the Union Pacific Railroad and married Flora Call on January 1, 1888, in Akron, Florida, just 40 miles north of where his amusement park would ultimately be developed. The family moved to Chicago, Illinois in 1890, hometown of Elias' brother Robert, who helped him financially for most of his early life. In 1906, when he was 4, him and his family moved to a farm in Marceline, Missouri, where him and his brother had recently purchased farmland. In Marceline, he developed his love for drawing with one of the family's neighbors, a retired doctor named Doc Sherwood, paying him to draw pictures of Sherwood's horse, Rupert. His interest in trains also developed in Marceline, a town that owed its existence to the Ashland, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway, which ran right through it. He put his ear to the tracks in anticipation of coming train and then tried to spot his uncle, engineer Michael Martin, conducting the train. The family remained in Marceline for 4 years before moving to Kansas City in 1911, where he and his younger sister Ruth attended Benton Grammar School. At school, he met his friend Walter, who came from a family of theater, and introduced him to the world of motion picture. Before long, he was spending more time at his friend's house than his house, as well as attending Saturday courses at Kansas City Art Institute. He often took Ruth to the Electric Park, 15 blocks from their home, which he would later acknowledge as a major influence of his design of his amusement park. In 1917, Elias acquired shares in the Ozell Jelly Factory in Chicago and moved his family back to the city, where in the fall he began his freshman year at McKinley High School and took night courses at the Chicago Art Institute. He became a cartoonist for the school newspaper, drawing patriotic topics and focusing on World War I. Despite dropping out of high school at the age of 16 to join the Army, he was rejected for being underage. After rejection by the Army, he and a friend decided to join the Red Cross. Soon after joining, he was sent to France for 1 year, where he drove an ambulance, but only after the armistice was signed on November 11, 1918. Hoping to find work outside of the Chicago Ozell factory, in 1919, he moved back to Kansas City to begin his artistic career after considering whether to become an actor or a newspaper artist. He decided on a career as a newspaper artist, drawing political caricatures or comic strips. But when nobody wanted to hire him as either an artist or even an ambulance driver, his brother Roy, then working in a local bank, got him a temporary job through a bank colleague at the Pesman Rubin Art Studio, where he created advertisements for newspapers, magazines, and movie theaters. At Pesman Rubin, he met a cartoonist, Ubi LeWerks, and when their time at the studio expired, they decided to start their own commercial company together. Walt Disney is a legend, a folk hero of the 20th century. His worldwide popularity was based upon ideals which his name represents: imagination, optimism, creation, and self-made success in American tradition. He brought us closer to the future while telling us of the past. It is certain that there will never be such a great man as Walt Disney.